Hello and welcome to the channel, it's Irad, and so in today's video we are going to have a look at the ships that Clad Imperium Games have teased for the Invictus launch fleet event. You're having a look right here at the trailer that we are going to break down, and it seems that, well, that's going to be a little follow-up of one of the videos that we made a couple of weeks ago where we talked about some of the possible new ships of 3.23, and it looks like some of those ships are indeed being confirmed. Not all of them will be there though, but that's okay. At least, you know, we can have sometimes a little fun doing a little bit of speculation, but these are confirmations though. So let's have a look and talk about the Invictus launch week event, which is happening, as you can see here, from May 17th all the way until May 29th. It's going to start 11 days from the time I am making this video right here. So let's put this here in the center a little bit. There we go, looking nice. And as you can see, we can see the convention center on ArcCorp, so that's where it's going to be taking place. Finally, we are back at ArcCorp. I really like the convention center there. It's a really nice place to go to, plus it kind of feels a little bit special as well. It's a really quite unique building in the game, I would say. So what is the program, you may ask? Well, we are first going to start right here with RSI, Origin, Consolidated Outline, and Argo from May 17th till May 18th. We might have some new ships and vehicles there, so these are definitely going to be days that you want to mark on your calendar. Next, we are going to have on May 19th and 20th Mist, Crusader, Turbula, and Mirai. We already know that there is one new vehicle here. It's the Mirai Pulse. Now, we probably are not going to see anything else, unfortunately. There were rumors of a heavy fighter from Mirai, but Xylo did say that this one is not coming during this event. Maybe he was trying to break the hype, and actually it is, but we are going to go on the path of believing him here for this one. Next, from May 21st to 22nd, it's going to be Aegis. From 23rd to 24th, Anvil Aerospace. We are probably going to see maybe the release of the F7A. After all, we all know that that is the variant that people are going to earn by completing the Geno Threat event, which should have finished before that week. So perhaps we are going to see these rewards coming to our accounts on that day. And the last day, the last manufacturer is Drake, which has its own special event, Defense Con, taking place from May 25th until 26th, and the grand finale is from the 27th until the 28th. So now we're going to break down the trailer really quickly here. Not really quickly, but we got a couple of things to see here in the trailer. So here we go. Let's go check it out. I will turn on the sound for you guys to hear it, and let's see. So already let's go back there, we're already seeing the fleet here. Now, in the previous years, we had the Idrises and we had some Javelins, and here we can see definitely a Javelin and a Corvette. In the middle, it's a Polaris, and it is escorted by a couple of fighters. I do hope that this is not just the entire fleet, because in the past it was also escorted by a Bengal class carrier, and I thought that was absolutely awesome to see the Bengal. I just hope that this year it's going to be making it again. And here is the F7 Mark II, and that's the A version, the military version, that hopefully we should be able to get our hands on this year. Day there. Alright, so now this is where the fun begins. So we got this kind of, they look like a little bit this org, med runners a little bit. I think this was a nice tribute here from CIG to this org that specialized in being medics. And that's because this little sequence here is going to introduce a vehicle that we see here a little bit on the side. There it is, right in front of that Polaris, behind this medic here. This is what is believed to be the Ursa Medic. Some people call it the Nursa, a very interesting name indeed. And I think that's a really good vehicle, because this is a vehicle that people are going to be able to use to, for example, do a little bit of medical. It's probably going to have a tier 3 bed, so that's the entry level bed, but still nevertheless is going to be useful if you do some bunker missions and you have to go get a ground vehicle to go to your location because the location has turrets, or it's just too dangerous to go to, or simply does not have any area suitable for landing for a ship, sometimes these parameters need to be taken under consideration. And so when you go there, you do those missions, and you want to go straight to another mission where you're going to be doing another bunker or another combat mission, and you might be injured or you might want to spare your medical supplies, then this kind of ground vehicle is very handy. I kind of have the same use with a Pisces Medic, but sometimes, as I said, you know, the turrets will just shoot you down or you just don't have any room to land, so a ground vehicle is definitely going to be doing the job there. Let's move on. And here is another one that's hidden here in the back. This looks like some kind of abandoned or derelict outpost on Hurston, definitely. But you can see there is a vehicle behind. This looks like your normal MPUV, but we can clearly see that above the canopy there, it has a big tractor beam. Now, this vehicle here does make sense because we are going to need to manually load our cargo into our ships. And I can totally imagine seeing this vehicle, especially if you have like a big ship, like a, not necessarily a whole ship, because this one is not going to be able to go on. And although, why not, right? Why not? But especially something like a C2, where this ship is so tiny and small that you can definitely carry some of the cargo boxes and put them directly into the C2. So that's where I can see people spawning this ship at one of the pads at some of the outposts that are scattered around the universe, because those outposts can spawn small ships like the MPUV. So people are going to be using this ship right there out the outpost. They will spawn it there, they will use it, they will put all the cargo into their main ship and then put it back on the pad and store it. And that's the way I see people are going to be using it. Maybe they'll even buy several of these in order to have one at multiple outposts instead of just claiming it, which sometimes can be cumbersome, which can just waste your time. So yeah, a nice LTI token, but at the same time also a vehicle that I see being potentially quite usable. Guy looks very happy here. Now we can see here this is from inside the Seraphim station, the observation deck, where we can see the fleet passing by. And now back. Now, interestingly, people have noted that the cockpit of the Polaris, if we can see it here right there, the cockpit of the Polaris is darkened or black. Now, I don't know if that's a feature and it's going to have this kind of reflection to protect against the sun, or it's because the interior is completely impossible to access to. They don't want us to see it, perhaps. Maybe that's a trick that CIG are doing here for us to just focus on the exterior, which is probably going to be finished, or at least in polish phase. But the interior, according to the last time we've seen the Polaris, the monthly report, the interior is not finished, so probably that's why they don't want us to look at the inside. By the way, guys, the Polaris will not be flight ready. Just to make it quick here, it's just going to be a preview in game where we're going to be able to fly by this vessel. Maybe some people are going to try to fight it, so it's going to be interesting to see also how it is doing in combat as well. Nevertheless, a nice gesture from CIG to bring us here this ship that is much anticipated and that people have been expecting for a long time. So there we have it, guys. This is what we had to say about the Invictus Fleet Week event. If you guys are excited about it, let me know in the comment section down below. Do you have a Polaris? When do you think the Polaris will come out for real? I would also want to know what your speculations are. With that comes the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. A big shout out to my Patreon and YouTube members, including Dr. Fabrice, Zero Crusher, Deployer, Berdel, Fidel, and Ducky to Ducker. I've been Irad. Subscribe for more. Like the video if you did. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Smoking